welcome back to the Helpware Nerds podcast. Today I'm joined by two nerds of the round table. One you will be familiar with more than most because they keep popping up, and one is my mum.
Does that mean you don't want me to keep popping up? That
No,
almost sounds like passive-aggressive, go away.
No, it was I was playing on what you said last time, where you said, I'll be back for the Halloween episode. Well, I keep saying I'll be back for that, but I'm always here.
Well, it's true, but come on. We're in spooky season now, so
Yeah, we are.
I can't not turn up for spooky season, especially when you told me what today's topic was. How you expected to do this episode without me? It's just not feasible.
I know, I just couldn't help myself. I had to do that with what you said in your last episode. So, and the other's mum.
Hi.
Ethan, would you like to introduce today's topic?
Yes, we're doing Greek mythology in pop culture. So that is mainly inspired by the fact that obviously the Percy Jackson books have got their live action, which has its ups and downs, depending on your thoughts on it, and obviously gets its season 2 in December, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is.
December 10th, I want to say.
Yes, it is coming out on December 10th, and that intrigues me because I find it fascinating that it would come out around December time when canonically Percy Jackson is set in the summer, at least around book 2. I know that book 3 and that do differ away from that time period, but at least book 2 is a summer setting, so it does fascinate me that we're getting a Christmas release. But is that something to tie with the filming of Titan's Curse, which has gone into pre-production?
Yes, I saw the announcement the other day that season 3 had begun. If anyone hasn't seen the pictures, I'll see if we can share some on the socials. But my God, hasn't he grown up?
Yeah, Walker, yeah. He's starting to look more and more like Percy.
Well, you're gonna laugh at this, Ethan, because I saw the picture and, full on kind of still baby brain mode here, said to Tom, "Oh, doesn't he look like a live action Hercules?" And then sat and didn't really realise what I'd done. And I was like, he'd make a great Hercules. And Tom was like, you mean like another character from Greek mythology? But, yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That is actually quite funny. That's also why we're doing this episode. You actually tied that in perfectly, because we kind of teased it in your last episode when I mentioned how Disney calling him Hercules in their movie when it was set in Greece wounds me up. Because it shouldn't be that, it should be Heracles.
Yeah.
If you want to call him Hercules, then it ain't Zeus, it's Jupiter. So, but we can get more into that. And obviously, the wildly popular, if you're on TikTok, Epic the Musical as well.
The Odyssey is having its moment at the moment, isn't it?
It really is, isn't it? Especially with the Tom Holland and who else is in it? Matt Damon, thank you. My brain immediately goes to Tom Holland, but I knew there was someone else.
Well, Zendaya's going to be in it.
Yeah.
Charlie
but she seems to be in virtually everything Tom Holland does, apart from a couple of things.
I want to say, is Charlize Theron in it?
I think she might be. Is she Cersei? I think she's Cersei.
There's loads of really good names.
I mean, we might be wrong. I think we could be wrong on who they're playing, but I know these people are in. I know that Tom Holland is Telemachus.
Matt Damon's Odysseus.
Yeah.
What is this?
The Odyssey.
No. this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a movie called The Odyssey.
What they're all in?
Or
Yeah.
you're on about? Yeah. It's in filming now.
It's filming now, and it'll be coming out at some point next year.
All right.
It's Christopher Nolan,
Right, yeah.
if I'm remembering correctly.
I think so. Yeah. It
I
basically
recognise that name.
big
You should
Hollywood
do.
film. Batman.
Batman, Dark Knight trilogy.
No.
Oh, that's it. She's not watching it now. It sparked her interest with Matt Damon and Tom Holland. Now you've said Batman, and she's like, no. Yeah.
You know, I don't do DC.
You liked Dark Knight.
Did I?
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
He made that film.
Bane.
Oh, that one. Oh, I don't mind that. I didn't mind that one.
Just that one. It's a whole trilogy, but just that one.
She only likes the one with Heath.
I do. He was best Joker. I know we're not supposed to talk about that, but he was best Joker ever. And I watched Jack Nicholson.
Controversial, and if you're including animated as well, the different
Mark Hamill
content
is better if you're including animated. Mark Hamill. But
is it?
Yeah, but you didn't really watch most of the animated stuff with us, so
No,
I can give you a pass on it.
No.
Anyway,
to be fair, there's only really the two Jokers that I know, and that's Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger, that I've watched over and over. And out of two, it pains me to say it, but Heath Ledger was the best. I'd always said Jack Nicholson were best, and then I watched him and I went, he definitely Heath.
See, I'm an animation all the way fan, and so for me, the best Batman and Joker dynamic will always be Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
I think, what's his surname? Oh, no, we're not going to do this. Let's get back on track.
Are you thinking of Jacqueline Phoenix or whatever?
No, Joaquin Phoenix. But no, I was going to say,
definitely not.
I was going to say Cameron. Is it Montaigne?
Oh, from
Gotham.
From Gotham. That was a great adaptation of the Joker. Unfortunately, they couldn't call him the Joker.
He's not the Joker, supposedly, because he didn't have the rights. But as far as a Joker-esque character goes, he did a fantastic job.
I mean,
but
his name was Jerome.
This can be a second episode. This can be
let's move on. Sorry. That's my fault. I apologise.
Yeah, as you guys, if you've been listening for a while, will cotton on. Ashley's the one that keeps us on track.
This isn't about the Joker. This is about everything Greek mythology, and we need to stick back because we've got so much to cover.
Okay, Wonder Woman.
Ethan. Because she's an Amazonian.
She's an Amazonian daughter of Zeus. She's technically part of Greek mythology.
Right.
Okay. If you want to talk about Wonder Woman, we can talk about Wonder Woman. She is on topic.
Yeah, let's not, because those the first movie was good. The second movie, no.
Never even watched the second movie.
I haven't either.
I saw the trailer and that was enough for me.
Same.
But yeah, Odyssey is coming out next year. Obviously we've got Epic Musical, which we are waiting to be finished. I think we've got one more saga to go. More sagas?
No, the whole all the sagas are out. It's just they're in talks with getting animation productions.
That's right. Yes, I want an animated series for Epic, a bit like the Helliverse.
I was gonna say that. Give me Helliverse, but I want it specifically in Prince of Egypt's art style.
That'd be so good.
Tell me that would not slap for that.
That would be so good.
Even Little Nerd agrees with that.
I'm trying to get him to be quiet. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, but he agreed with it. And I'm pretty sure he's too young to have seen The Prince of Egypt.
He knows it in spirit. In spirit, good music soundtracks and good musical soundtracks are just they're in your genetics, aren't they, kids?
But yeah, That and like the Sinbad Road to El Dorado art style for Epic the Musical would be perfect.
Absolutely. So essentially, you're petitioning DreamWorks to take over Epic the Musical.
Yeah, basically, their art style would slap for this. Like, I
DreamWorks,
can
you
just...
only do movies, but Ethan wants you to do TV series now.
Yeah.
They do TV series. Have you not seen, like, the How to Train Your Dragon TV series? They're better than some of the animated movies that came out after the first one.
No, I haven't seen the How to Train Your Dragon TV series.
They were done in conjunction with Netflix and DreamWorks, I think. I'm pretty sure they were done in conjunction with Netflix. They were all on Netflix simultaneously anyway.
DreamWorks do tend to work a lot with Netflix. I see a lot of DreamWorks stuff on Netflix.
That's what
Okay,
I do. So it is possible.
It is possible. Yeah.
And Puss in Boots had a TV show.
There's
a new Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Last Wish. I know, you keep mentioning it.
Okay. So basically the story of the Odyssey is we've got kind of multiple retellings of that happening at the moment. I suppose in the same way that for me, I keep also in popular culture at the moment, keep seeing the story of, his name's gone out of my head, Orpheus.
Orpheus and Eurydice.
Orpheus and Eurydice, yeah, their story keeps on being retold as well a lot at the moment.
Yeah, they do keep popping up. You've got them in The Sandman, you've got them in Chaos. They get a slight mention in Epic as well. Like you can hear them when in the Underworld saga, sort of.
Orpheus is in the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Where can I watch this Epic that you keep talking about?
It's a musical, so if you want, but it's only in concept albums. So it'll be on like Amazon Music, it'll be on Spotify, you can find it on YouTube. So wherever you get your music, you should be able to find it.
All right, okay.
We'll send you the links to some of the favorite songs after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the music's so good, which I kind of love, because obviously one of the trials in the Odyssey is that they're being kind of lulled by siren song, and to kind of overcome that, Orpheus sings over the sirens, and Orpheus' music is so enchanting that the sailors listen to Orpheus over the sirens, and then how they get past that trial. So I kind of love the idea that this new telling of the Odyssey has started through music.
Yeah.
I do love it. It all starts with the Trojan War, it's great.
It's great. It's great you're there.
Oh, it starts with a war. That's great.
What a great war.
What a great war.
Boris Wars go 10 out of 10.
Hey, we still talk about it today. It must have done something.
Troy's not real.
That we know of.
And this harks back to Atlantis episode.
In my head, it will always be real.
What, Atlantis?
Both of them.
Troy.
I need the story of a bunch of guys hiding inside a wooden horse to be real. It's just too comical.
We're now talking about the authenticity of, did this war happen? Did people get inside a wooden horse? While literally this entire episode is on Greek myths.
Yeah, I know.
I think if we start to question what actually happened and what didn't, we're probably going down the right rabbit hole.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just like, it would be too funny if it actually happened.
However, the one thing I can say to people with confidence here is Disney's Hercules is not the story of Hercules.
No, it's definitely not.
I'm sorry to tell you all, but no, it's not factually accurate.
Do you want to know one of the biggest things that's definitely not factually accurate?
What?
Hades isn't the villain.
No, he's not.
And Hera is certainly not a loving mother.
No, he's not.
She's not even a loving stepmother. No, not really.
What was that, Mum?
Or Zeus a loving father.
Well, yeah, true.
depending on your telling of the Hercules story, Hercules might actually be Zeus's child while simultaneously being his great-great-grandson.
Oh yeah, isn't his adopted mother, isn't it? Is supposed to be descended from.
Like his adopted
Is it?
mother in the Disney version, his actual mother in
In the real
the myth, where
Yeah.
there's a bit basically in one of the tellings. I don't know if it's the same in all of them, but in the one that I know, there's a prophecy that a son of one of the lines of Zeus, basically, and I think it's Perseus's line, will save Hera.
Mm-hmm.
So Zeus, being like, I want that to be my kid, goes and sleeps with the great-grandkid of Perseus to make it their kid. But Zeus is the father of Perseus,
Bye.
Unlike Earth. No.
making their great-grandkid Zeus's great-great-grandkid.
So wait, sorry, and
What?
just a little question here. In Percy Jackson, is Percy named from this original the Perseus?
Yes. So Perseus in Greek mythology is the only Greek hero to get a happy ending. So
Yeah.
Sally Jackson names her son Perseus because that's what she wants for her child.
So essentially, she names Percy after his cousin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know.
Yeah, she names him after a child of Zeus.
Yeah, she does.
Interesting. So yeah, so Zeus is doing double time here as simultaneously dad and great great grandfather.
Yeah.
Or it might be a couple more greats, but still, it's in your own bloodline, mate. That's gross. But then again,
he married his sister, so
I'm going to say, then again, we're talking about the dude that married his sister.
Yeah.
and slept with his other sister.
Yeah.
And that's like Persephone's, yeah.
Yeah. Because Demeter is also a sister, yeah.
Well, there were no such thing as incest, were there, for Greek gods?
No, which is
Well,
why
no, 'cause
Percy...
their genetics are kind of different to ours, and so that's why.
Percy Jackson establishes, at least in their canon, that the Greek gods don't even have DNA. It's just...
Yeah. They're just,
I suppose it's kind of like, again, connecting to Sandman, the gods of the Sandman, or at least the godly figures, are more concepts brought to life. I suppose in that way that, like, in Percy Jackson, then, is it more like
it's sort of like that because
he's like the sea and everything embodied as like someone to take over it. That's Poseidon's the embodiment of the concept of the ocean.
Sort of like that, because that's why when like the font of civilization moves, so does Olympus and the gods. So like obviously it was in Greece to begin with, then it moved, and eventually it moves all the way to New York. Because America becomes like the focal point of Western civilization, according to the books.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and of course that's why in the new dramatization of the Percy Jackson on Disney Plus, each of the gods is shown to be like a different ethnicity as well.
Yeah.
Because they're related, but not in this kind of genetic way where they would all look like the same.
Yeah, and I also love the fact that the only two gods we've seen that look like they're of the same race so far is Athena and Zeus, which harkens back to the myth that Athena popped out of Zeus's head.
Yeah.
Without a mother. In one telling, in another telling, it's his first wife that he swallowed as a fly. So
yeah, so it's just really interesting to see how different mediums are all taking the same kind of route of things and then treating them differently to kind of fit in their own stories.
Well, I mean, Clash of the Titans kind of did it as well. When you go back to that, because like the gods lose their power if they lose prayer.
Oh yeah, that was a really great movie. It makes me so sad when we see the death of Hades.
Yeah.
He just kind of disintegrates. No. Do we see the death of Hades? We don't, do we?
I think you're thinking of Wrath of the Titans, the sequel.
Yeah.
We see the death of Poseidon. He turns into sand.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Because I think Hades is one of the only ones left, because he's after, when all is said and done, death will come for everybody.
Everyone fears death. That's his exact word.
Everyone fears death. And so he's kind of the last god standing, isn't he, in that franchise?
Yeah, which, not for nothing, doesn't actually make sense, because Hades isn't the god of death, he's the god of the dead. Thanatos is the god of death.
Yeah. Hades just looks after you when you're dead, doesn't
he? Yeah.
He oversees the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so Thanatos is actually I'm not saying that he wouldn't still be around. I'm saying that his line makes no sense because he's not the god of death. So, by saying everyone fears death, he's basically saying that he is death, but he's not. Thanatos is the angel of death.
So, what? Thanatos.
Thanatos, yeah, it's where they get the name Thanos from, yeah. In Marvel.
Yeah.
He's like the Grim Reaper figure.
Yeah.
He's a psychopomp, same as Hermes is.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have pronounced that wrong.
I'm going off topic here, but I've only just realised that Thanos is Brad, the actor, is Brad from Goonies.
Wow.
Yeah, he is.
I know.
I didn't even realise that.
Oh, didn't you? I thought you were wowing at the fact that I'd only just realised it.
No, I'm sorry. I paused because I took a drink. I didn't even realise that myself.
No, I didn't. I've just watched an interview with the actor before I came on. He said something about the Goonies, and I went, "Oh my goodness!" And I was like, "Wow!" But as soon as he said it, I went, "Yeah,
yeah,
wow."
Well, interesting facts.
Yeah.
Rainbow star emoji. The more you know.
But yeah, so yeah, and I suppose we kind of hinted at this actually, but that actually is a good point there that you raised, Mum, because we've talked about Diana in DC, and now we're talking about Thanos in Marvel. So obviously the idea of this episode was to talk about things that are currently happening in Greek mythology and in pop culture right now, but actually Greek mythology has been kind of peppered into lots of things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In general, throughout popular culture, including the superhero universe.
Well, when it comes to Marvel, there's two connections. So a lot of people don't really know this if you're only an MCU fan and you haven't delved into the comics. No shade, but a lot of that's mainly what Mum. There's a lot of comics. That's what Mum tends to do as well. I like reading the comics. I've got loads, but you find your medium.
Yeah, I don't like comics, but as you know, I do follow films more than I.
Yeah, so you might not know this, but the Eternals movie, actually connects to the Infinity Saga more than what a lot of people realize, because the deviants in that actually are the same species as Thanos. Thanos is a deviant.
Yeah, because at the end of Eternals, Thanos' brother turns up.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't really know that Harry Styles was playing Thanos' brother.
Oh, right, okay.
Are you doing anything with that?
They shelved Eternals 2, so doesn't look like it.
I know, I know a lot of people think that, but I liked it. I thought it was good.
I really liked it, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because Thanos has a Greek mythology-inspired name, but so does the Eternal Circe and Athena.
Yeah. I knew that's why you were bringing it up.
Because she's based on Athena, obviously.
Yeah, because I kept calling her Athena. Well, she's actually called Athena, isn't she? But she prefers to be called Athena.
Well, she's actually called Athena, but when they lived through the Greek age, they called her Athena.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah, she's meant to actually be the Greek god, isn't she?
In the history, yeah. they're what people saw as the Greek god. Although technically the Greek god will also exist in Marvel as their own entity, because we see the celestial city in Thor: Love and Thunder, love or hate that film, and we meet Zeus there.
Yes.
So
I thought that was a really kind of interesting scene, not just because Chris Hemsworth's naked, but in general.
Yeah.
I love it when like something that's to do with like one mythology like references another. Like I'm always sat there going like, oh, this is quite exciting. Like I loved the episode in Sandman where all the different kind of gods turn up.
Well, that's why I like the Percy Jackson book. Rick Riordan books. Because
the Ryden-verse.
Ryden, sorry. I always say Riordan, I don't know why.
I don't think he minds.
But that's why I like them books, because you read your Percy books, they're all Greek mythology, and then you move on to your Jason books. Ethan will tell you what they're called.
Heroes of Olympus, for those who are actually looking for the series.
Yeah. And like, that's the Roman gods. But then when Jason and Percy meet, they realise that actually they're the exact same gods with different names.
So I love how Rick Riordan does this. So because the Greek and Roman gods are obviously inspired by each other. So like the Roman gods are inspired by the Greek gods. The Greek gods have dissociative identity disorder. They have a split personality. So whenever they're around Roman demigods, they switch to their Roman persona. And whenever they're around Greek demigods, they switch to their Greek persona. The only one that doesn't have a different persona is Apollo, because he's called Apollo in both areas.
Yeah. And I like that. I think it's really good, the way it's done.
So technically Jason is a child of Jupiter, while Thalia, who we'll meet in Sea of Monsters, and you might remember as the tree.
Yeah.
If you've watched Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. So she's a daughter of Zeus, while Jason is a son of Jupiter. So technically, because it's the same god, you could see them as brother and sister. They are brother and sister, but that's a spoiler. But you could see them as a brother and sister through their godly parent.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it took me a second then to realise what you meant, Ethan, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can remember that.
I don't know what you mean, because I've never read the Heroes of Olympus. I realise I probably should though. But isn't there also one that deals with Egyptian gods, or have I made that one up?
That's the Kane Chronicles, and then you've got the Magnus Chase book.
And then Magnus Chase is the Norse gods.
And if you recognise the last name Chase, you should, because that's Annabeth's cousin.
Yeah.
My God, so Annabeth's family were just, I don't know, maybe there was something about
the war.
When you read books, you'll find out.
Nail, head, Ashley, bing.
Yeah.
Come again.
Nail,
you hit
head,
the nail on the head.
Ashley, bing. As in, you hit the nail on the head.
Oh, okay. I just hit nail head, and I was like, hello to you too.
No, I was saying I was being like funny, as in like you inadvertently hit the nail straight on the head. Like
I meant more in terms of like that it factor, but all right, okay. Spoilers, but no spoilers, I guess. I'm intrigued by it.
And then there's
it's all right, because we'll be reading them to the little nerd, so I'm sure he'll tell you.
And then there's the Trials of Apollo, which seems to tie everything together.
Oh, have I read that one yet, Ethan?
No, you haven't, because
you won't lend me books I don't give me back.
No comment.
What do you prefer?
It's more because whenever you lend books, you intentionally crack spines. And every person that reads books just cringed.
It's terrible habit.
I didn't intentionally crack them.
Yes, you do. You showed me what you do to my books.
Yeah, but I have to do that so I can read it.
No, you do not.
It's a terrible crime to do to your own books, but it's unforgivable to do it to somebody else.
Thank you.
But at the same time, when people put pages down, flip the tab.
Oh, no, you don't fold pages down.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, if people think we're being ridiculous and want to argue against us, put that in the comments. I'll fight people
I am
over
clipping this and sending it straight to Book Talk.
this. I feel like Book Talk will have our back, but there's just certain things you just don't do. So
Yeah.
Listen, I'm old, and that's why I have to spread the book out. I can't hold it in my hands, in my old hands. I can't hold it.
You're not that old.
Come on.
Well, every time I see you, Ethan, you say I'm old, so.
Yeah, and I have dexterity issues and can hold the book properly.
Oh, okay.
There's no excuse, really.
It's
Anyway.
It means it's a loved book to me. It's been read many times.
It's been read twice, once by me and you, and now it has a line down its spine.
Abused book.
Anyway.
This is why my Lord of the Rings collection sits beautifully on my shelf.
Yeah, well, no one's allowed to borrow my Harry Potter books either, so, you know.
I am never lending you a book again.
I know, I've tried.
Anyway, no matter what your mythology taste is, apparently there's something.
There's definitely something in the Rydenverse.
Yeah,
I mean, there's more Percy books if you're a Percy fan. He's currently going through trials so that he can get into college.
Yeah, I think I've just started reading those ones. Well, listening to them on audio.
Yeah, the Triple Goddess and Chalice are going out my head, but they're good anyway. Like the trials for him to get into college, which.
Yeah, so there's a vast universe for them to. If this second season takes off as well as first season, they've got quite a massive beauty. They could keep this going for a long, long time.
Well, I don't know if it's still happening, but I know that Netflix was supposed to be producing the Kane Chronicles.
I think out of two, I prefer it to be Disney.
Because I understand, but I think it was a pre-existing contract.
Right, yeah. The only reason why is because I do think Disney have done that better.
Plus, I don't trust Netflix, right? Because every time that there's a good concept,
they get rid of them.
They get rid of them, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to chaos now. I'm not going to be not salty about that. It was a fantastic concept as far as the show went, but also it had a fantastic cast, stellar cast.
I mean,
and
yeah,
we're just like, nah, we're not even going to bother doing resting it.
I mean, yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh well, maybe I won't bother watching it then.
You should watch it.
It's a complete story. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger.
Oh, not like that one that me and Ethan watched that time. I can't remember what it was, a Greek thing, but I can't remember what it was. But I remember we got right into a series, ended on a cliffhanger, and then never renewed it.
We got right into a few. They weren't Netflix, but I've been right into a few. Secret Circle being one, and
that's the one I was thinking of.
I will always be salty about the fact that Secret Circle ended on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
All those dark witches showing up at the edge of town, and then the episode ends, you find out they're all related to the freaking main character, episode ends, and that's it, no season 2.
It's like Firefly all over again.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm sorry, Ethan. I just had to.
Cancelled Firefly, they cancelled Secret Circle, they cancelled Flash Forward.
It sounds like Sheldon.
I don't care. Sheldon's right in some cases. In a lot of cases, there's an knobhead. In some cases, he's right.
To be fair, if you will actively go and call yourself a nerd and you're into these sorts of shows, I know that Firefly has been one that many people have been very salty about for a very long time. So,
and this is gonna.
It brings that one up on Big Bang, doesn't it?
Firefly, alphas. Sheldon brings up alphas as well. Although he says he didn't really like the final season, but he needs to know how it ends. And then he phones up the guy and he's like, "Oh, that's how it ends."
Yeah.
Like I said, Secret Circle, Flash Forward. They flash forward again at the end of Flash Forward season 1, and we never get to see what happens.
I know that was good. I thought that was a good show, a good different take on Lost.
Oh, there are so many. There are so many. The Order on Netflix. There's so many on Netflix.
It's mainly Netflix.
It is mainly Netflix.
Every time I enjoy something on Netflix, it's like, oh well, it got cancelled, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
it is mainly Netflix.
just while we're going on this, just in case Netflix, for some strange reason, someone from Netflix listens to this podcast and decides to bring stuff back as a result, can you bring back Mindhunter?
Yes, definitely. I second that one.
I didn't get into it as much as you guys, but I'll third that.
Like, no, too many loose ends, and you teasing and teasing and teasing and teasing and teasing BTK all the way through.
And then no BTK.
No BTK. Like, no. I want Chaos back and I want Mindhunter back as a minimum, please.
There we go.
but I think for me, the reason I like Chaos so much is because I loved the way that the whole Zeus and Hera's relationship was portrayed in that. This whole kind of this toxic kind of infatuation with each other, but then this whole like, duplicitous trying to fuck each other over all the time in the background, and basically Hera constantly trying to catch Zeus out.
I also like the fact that it was played as Zeus isn't the only one playing away.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's just because I love that idea that as the goddess of marriage, she's able to kind of like control the narrative about her. Like she's all about her image.
Yeah.
Like this, that's what I'm supposedly supposed to stand for. So that's what I'm telling people is my thing.
I do love the fact that like I also saw it as like an evolving with the times sort of thing, like as the concept of marriage is sort of shifted in amongst the populace, so as like Hera's ideology around it.
Yeah, and I love the idea that Poseidon just resides on a super yacht.
That'd be good.
Yeah, you'd like Chaos. I like the filmography, obviously, as well of it. Because obviously the Underworld's all in black and white.
Right.
Oh yeah, the Underworld is gorgeous. It's all in black and white noir style.
Yeah, noir style. It's really theatrically done, and they kind of hint that there's like an issue with the Underworld, and Hades comes across as a really sympathetic character in Chaos because you can see that he kind of cares about what happens, basically.
It's also the same actor that plays Remus Lupin in the Harry Potter series.
Yes.
Right.
The Underworld has a very specific function in Chaos.
Right.
That's not really revealed until the final.
Yeah, it does, and without like actually spoiling what its function is, the way its function ties into the gods as a whole.
It's really clever.
Chef's kiss. And the way they use Dionysus in this show, also chef's kiss. Because like he is the only, well, not the only, but he's one of the only gods out there that didn't start his life out as a god.
He was he were a human, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was like he was basically akin to what Percy and the other demigods are. He just ascended.
Yeah, but obviously in the original myth, Dionysus spends quite a lot of time, doesn't he, on Earth with the satyrs
and he's raised by, I think it's the nymphs and stuff like that. And
yeah, because Apollo and Athena are obviously technically demigods as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
Athena's a bit of a weird, but Artemis and Apollo.
Artemis, yes, that's what I meant to say. The twins Artemis and Apollo. They're immediately kind of deified upon birth, more or less, aren't they?
Same with Hermes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he steals, I think it's Apollo's cattle, and Zeus is like, I like this kid. Give him divinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the story of like Hermes, basically. Is it the lyre or something he creates? And obviously Apollo's the god of music.
Yeah.
But Hermes kind of outdoes him. And then Apollo's like, what are you doing? And he's like, here you go. You can have it though. Like a gift for you.
creates it just to piss him off, basically.
Basically, yeah.
They're very brothers. Like, he's like, I know you're my brother, so I steal your cows specifically. I make an instrument to piss you off specifically.
I can't remember what instrument it is, but it's based on another instrument as well, isn't it? So it's kind of like Hermes takes one of Apollo's inventions and then makes it better.
Yeah,
Is it not the
basically.
bugle? Is it not the bugle?
I'm sure it's a stringed instrument.
It's definitely a stringed instrument, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I am sat at a computer. I will Google it.
But yeah, so yeah, it's very much just one-upmanship. But then when Apollo gets pissed off, he's like, no, like, my bad. Here, have it. Like, yeah, the Greek gods are just very interesting. But we obviously in Chaos, because they cancelled it early, we didn't get all the other kind of demigod Olympians. So
you were right the first time. It's a liar.
It's a liar. Okay. Yeah, you get Hera, Poseidon, Zeus, Hades, Persephone, and Dionysus, I think, in Chaos. So obviously it's only half of the Olympians.
Yeah.
So it actually ties into both myths that we mentioned. So he invents the lyre out of a sandbox and a tortoise shell with cow guts or lamb gut or sheep guts, basically, with ox hide stretched over it, basically. And then he steals the cattle from Apollo and gives him the lyre in exchange.
Ah, okay. Does it explain why he wanted the cattle in the first place?
No, it just says that basically gives him the lyre. It's like, I stole your sheep, but here's an instrument.
Yeah, and just to, if my memory serves me right, isn't he still supposed to be like a baby at this point?
Yeah, he's like a few hours old.
Yeah, just like a newborn. Should be like, could you imagine how scary that would be?
I know.
I mean, Artemis as a newborn delivers Apollo.
Yeah, they're just making everybody feel woefully underproductive because they're like, I'm a few hours old and I've already accomplished more than you.
Yeah.
That's why, while she's not the goddess of like children, but Artemis is a goddess of like midwives and stuff like that. Because she literally helped her mum give birth to Apollo. She was the midwife for her mum, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't you think that would have been a really interesting thing to see in like Chaos Part 2?
Yeah.
Like she could have been like, I don't know, like a midwife during the day or something, and then like a hunter on the weekends as like a hobby or something.
Yeah.
Or like working with that hunting
girls only hunting club.
Yeah.
And then she's also a midwife.
Yeah, meanwhile, and then we were introduced to her twin brother, who's literally like as much as she's a tomboy, as much as she's a tomboy, he's feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he dresses fat boy chic.
Oh my god, that would have been perfect for him.
Like, there's no way that he done, like, he's also, like, obviously got to have his abs on show because he's Apollo.
Oiling them up, being like, sorry, yeah, just gotta hit the gym, you know, for the games.
Yeah.
Amazing. We've missed out because of Netflix. But they did finish Sandman off, which I am grateful for because I didn't think we were going to.
No.
With everything
surrounding it, there was talk of them not finishing it off, so I am glad that they decided to finish it off. Without getting into that, really.
Yeah. But you told me actually, sorry, I know this again isn't necessarily about the Greeks, but it is about Sandman, and it does feature, we get to see like a Hades and Persephone in that as well, which I thought was really cool.
And his child is from Orpheus and Eurydice's myth, which I do like.
And we meet Calliope as well, who's like the head muse.
Yeah.
In Sandman. So it does connect. But as part of that as well, we were talking about this and how kind of Orpheus is ending in that, because that does actually stick quite close to the Greek myth that after Orpheus kind of has his trials with the Odyssey and has everything that happens with his trip to the underworld, the ending they give Orpheus in the Sandman, like his first mortal death, I guess, is exactly what happens.
Yeah,
in
and it
the
becomes
original myth.
an oracle, basically.
Yeah, but we were talking about that when we were talking about the character in Sandman of Joanna Constantine, and
Yes,
you told me that she is a gender bent John Constantine.
she is. She's supposed to be a gender-bent John Constantine, as in the DC John Constantine, as in other Nerd of the Round Table, Rob's favourite character besides Gambit from Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Again, this kind of like, I don't know, like a bigger
yeah, I mean, it's
connection there.
so there's a lot more connection there when it comes to the Sandman show. If you are a fan of the Sandman show and you haven't seen the Lucifer show, where he like leaves hell and becomes a partner to a detective, and that's all I'm gonna say because the rest is massive spoilers, then you're missing a trick, because that is Lucifer in Sandman is also a gender bent version of that Lucifer. It's the same guy. It's same guy technically, same character.
Gender bent. Does that mean gender swapped?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So like,
that's the term they use when you take a character that's known to be one gender in one universe and you give like an alternate universe, but in the alternate universe you switch their gender.
so
Right.
the best way to put it would be that while they're an established character in Marvel, Captain Carter would be a gender bent Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gwendolyn Christie and Tom Ellis are supposed to be the same
They're
person.
supposed to be the same Lucifer, the same character, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So when she leaves hell in, spoiler alert, in Sandman Season 2, and says that she's basically had enough, sick of mortals blaming her for all their sins and all that stuff, that is a line that is said directly in Lucifer.
Oh, wow.
He says that in one of his therapy sessions.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
in Lucifer, the devil goes to therapy.
Yeah.
So basically, if any of us are getting kind of withdrawals, I want to explore that universe further. There's 2 series recommendations.
Yeah. Also, I think Constantine might be getting her own show. I'm not sure.
Oh, so Joanna, you mean?
Yeah, Joanna. I saw
I
it
would
floating
love
around.
that.
It might be fake. I saw it floating around the internet. So, disclaimer, it could be fake, but I did see it floating around the internet, and that could, if it's true, they might be getting their own series.
With the Corinthian?
I'm hoping so.
Oh, that'd be great. Of course, hated the Corinthian in season 1. Learned to love the Corinthian in season 2.
Yeah, the second Corinthian is better than the first.
Yeah. But love to hate in season 1.
Yeah. But yeah, and for wider stuff, this might put you off a little bit, Mum. It's all connected to the Detective Comics universe, which is usually abbreviated to DC.
Okay.
Oh, is that what DC stands for?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why
I didn't know that either.
That's why when someone says DC Comics when someone says DC Comics, I always give a slight smile because it's Detective Comics when you say that.
Yeah.
I do hate when people do that. It's like when people say, "Can I have a chai tea?" And you're like, "Chai means tea." So you just said tea.
But
there's loads like that, isn't there?
I mean, to be fair, nowadays it's just called DC Comics, but originally it did mean Detective Comics.
Why detective?
Because that was the first book.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's how it started out, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like how Marvel Comics get their name from a book when Timely Comics used to publish under that name for their superhero stories.
So who's the original detective that started Detective Comics then?
So the first superhero was Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then but then you've got a bunch of other stuff, and then I think Batman. So if you want to go by the first detective, it would be the Detective Batman.
James Gordon.
As in Batman, because that's what he's the world's greatest detective, Batman.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, did you know that?
Did you not know that?
Even I knew that.
What? No. What do you mean he's the world's greatest detective? That's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
So it's Mystique then.
Oh, is that genuinely like what Batman was kind of sold as? A detective.
Batman's whole one of his titles is the world's greatest detective. It's why Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you want to pronounce it, only refers to Batman as the detective. He doesn't call him Batman, he doesn't call him Bruce. He goes, "Hello, detective."
Oh, my mind's been blown today. Just putting this out there to listeners as well, right? If ever Ethan comes out with something and you're sat there going, what? Just know we do it too. Like, even if we're going, yeah, okay. Like, as soon as we finish recording, we're like, what were you talking about?
Yeah, they'll probably
Because
ask me
we
when
don't
we
we
get
can't, we
off.
can't ask Ethan to explain everything that he
Yeah.
says all the time, like especially if it's not relevant to the topic. But like, I just want to put it out there to listeners. If you're thinking, who actually knows all this stuff? It's not everybody else on the podcast. When Ethan mentions something, it's usually because Ethan has done a deep dive into something weird and wonderful that like he has like extensive knowledge on, and just kind of assumes everybody else does too.
Yeah.
I know that we've veered a tiny bit off topic, but it has been to do with the topic. But if you said to me at the start of this episode that we were going to talk about DC so much on an episode about Greek myths in popular culture, I wouldn't have believed you.
Well, the fact is, they dive into it a hell of a lot, to be fair. While Marvel tends to focus on the Norse, thanks to Thor, and they've got their Catholicism in there with Matt Murdock, and with a bunch of characters being canonically Jewish. Take a look at the Thing from the Fantastic Four. Then you've got a lot of Greek characters in DC. Obviously, Wonder Woman is an Amazonian. One of the main villains for her is Circe, as in Circe's Island, Circe.
Yeah.
Another main villain is Ares. As in, I don't think I really need to explain. Yeah, I don't think I really need to explain who Ares is. Hippolyta is her mother.
Yeah. Who is the queen of the Amazonians in Greek myth.
Yeah.
And actually ties back to our very first person we spoke about, Hercules, because Hippolyta's girdle is one of the trials of Hercules.
It is. Hercules is also one of the individuals that grants to Shazam his powers. The strength of Hercules is literally the H in the Shazam title. So that makes Hercules canon in DC as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so quite a lot of Greek myths show up in the DC universe.
Yeah.
The more you know, again. But yeah, it's really interesting. So
And
once
then
again,
obviously you've got the whole connection with the Endless and everything that they deal with, which is also DC canon.
yeah, absolutely. Because even Morpheus have a name, obviously the Sandman. Morpheus
As
in
the god
Greek,
of dreams, yeah.
Yeah, is the god of dreams in Greek myth. But yeah, so we've touched on Chaos, Sandman, Odyssey, Hercules, Epic. There's lots going off at the moment, and obviously Percy Jackson at the moment in terms of Greek myth.
I know this, like I'm going to say it earlier when you were talking, when you were talking about Orpheus and the Oracle, and we were just on about how different places draw on Greek myths. When you were talking about that, the Matrix jumped into my head.
Like, my God.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's in one of the, I don't know, would you class The Matrix as like one of its first kind of, I don't know, like computer-based sci-fi
Yeah.
film?
It was definitely that, yeah.
It's one of the
AI,
first of its
isn't it?
kind. Yeah. It's one of the first of its kind for that type of sci-fi fantasy adventure.
Yeah.
It gets harkened back to a lot in sci-fi
Mm.
now.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
And you've got Morbius.
Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Morpheus,
Morpheus.
which
Which is
sounds a
basically
lot like.
Orpheus with a myth.
I
Well,
mean, yeah.
Morpheus, that we just said, is the god of dreams.
And what does Morpheus do to Neo? He wakes him up.
Yeah.
But also, again, this is a great connection, because in the Sandman, if people have watched the episode in season 2, where it's explained, like the roles of the gods is explained towards the end of season 2. He actually says, what is the god of dreams if not also the god of reality?
Oh wow.
Like you need the dream, you need the world of the dreams and of fantasy to then play off against reality. So like actually it fits perfectly within the Matrix.
And do you know, I've never even thought of that before.
Well, it's like
I would never have put them together, but when you were talking about, I think you were talking about Odyssey.
Is it the Wachowski? It's the Wachowski.
Yeah, we were talking about the Odyssey. Yeah.
And when you were saying all that, I just got a picture of Morpheus in my head talking to Oracle, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you for listening to this week's episode. If you've got any Greek mythology tidbits or DC fun facts that you'd like to share with us, let us know in the comments. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, stay nerdy. Bye.
Bye. Bye.